Welcome to Springfield, the town with a heart, a soul, and a couple of deep, dark secrets. Today, we'll peel back the curtain on one of the most intriguing what-ifs in television history. What if Marge Simpson and Ned Flanders found solace in each other's company? What really are Ned and Marge? Friends? Family? Subscribers to our channel? Let's find out. The relationship between Marge and Ned Flanders has been a topic of intrigue, with several episodes hinting at a deeper connection between the two. Marge and Ned started as neighbors, with the Flanders family living right next door to the Simpsons. Over the years, they shared countless interactions, often highlighting Ned's good-natured helpfulness and Marge's appreciative, albeit sometimes exasperated neighborliness. Now there's clear reason to believe their closeness begins in Bart of Darkness, which is Season 6, Episode 1. Here, Marge interacts with Ned as she becomes part of the neighborhood watch group where Ned is. But at this stage, their closeness is nothing to go by, with Marge committed to her family and Ned to his faith. Marge and Ned, being neighbors for decades, begin sharing a bond that's woven into the fabric of their daily lives. From borrowing a cup of sugar to life-saving acts of heroism, their lives are steeped in the dance of destiny that is Springfield's charm. By the way, Ned is portrayed in this episode as a staunch Christian who wouldn't give up his faith for anything in the world. But perhaps he wouldn't mind throwing all caution to the wind to go ahead in an affair with Marge, would he? Well, let's delve deeper. Tracking the relationship between Marge Simpson and Ned Flanders throughout the Simpsons series involves a number of episodes where their interactions range from neighborly to deeply personal. This shows that beneath the surface of friendly waves and borrowed lawnmowers, there are moments of temptation, subtle glances, and unspoken feelings. For instance, Diatribe of a Mad Housewife, Season 15, Episode 10, shows that Marge may have fantasized about Ned as she writes a romance novel casting Ned in a favorable light. This hints at a possible subconscious attraction, which raises eyebrows in Springfield. This fascination is further explored in Season 21, Episode 5, The Devil Wears Nada. Here, Marge and Ned share a dinner that almost turns romantic, revealing a complex layer to their relationship. They even come close to kissing, but Marge sees her wedding photo reflected in Ned's glasses, and this reminds her of her commitment to Homer. Here too, we can see the difficulty the two face while trying to suppress their feelings for each other. Despite their commitment to their respective spouses, Marge and Ned have faced moments of temptation. This episode sparks discussions among Springfield residents about the true nature of Marge's feelings for Ned. This even deepened in When Flanders Failed, Season 3, Episode 3, when Marge shows concern for Ned's financial well-being as his store struggles to stay in business. The two are also seen playing the leads in a musical, spending significant time together, which stirs Homer's jealousy in A Streetcar Named Marge, Season 4, Episode 2. This causes Homer to be curious in Homer Loves Flanders, Season 5, Episode 16, to the point of also wanting to get close to his Oakley-dokley neighbor, perhaps to see why his wife, Marge, is so hung up on Ned. And this leads to ripple effects, where Marge becomes concerned about Homer's sudden interest in spending time with Ned. Ned, the seemingly harmless neighbor, or should we say Nedber, is married and has kids. He was married to Maud Flanders, and they had two sons, Rod and Todd. The Flanders family live at 744 Evergreen Terrace, right next to the Simpsons family. Now, during her brief appearances, Maud was seen as a hospitable and caring woman, even beyond her family. This is portrayed in Home Sweet Home Diddly Dum Doodly, Season 7, Episode 3, when Maud and Ned take care of the Simpson children when Marge and Homer are deemed unfit parents. However, Maud Flanders, the wife of Ned Flanders, meets a tragic end after she's knocked off the grandstand at the Springfield Speedway by a barrage of t-shirts fired from t-shirt cannons. This unfortunate incident occurs in the episode Alone Again, Natra Diddley, Season 11, Episode 14. Now, her death is a significant event in the series, deeply affecting Ned and their children, Rod and Todd. After Maud's death, Marge is seen supporting Ned through his grief. And in I'm Going to Praiseland, Season 12, Episode 19, she also supports Ned's decision to build a Christian theme park in memory of Maud. And that's how the dear Nettie became a widower with too many love interests after Maud's untimely death. It's apparent the death causes a great vacuum in Ned that he tries to fill with several affairs with women. Yep, during this time, Ned briefly gets married to a gal named Ginger, and later to Edna Krabappel. And speaking of the devil, Edna Krabappel is a real enigma in the series. She's a fourth-grade teacher of Bart Simpson's class at Springfield Elementary School. Known for her cynical and sometimes lax attitude towards her job, Edna Krabappel is characterized by her laugh, her love for cigarettes, and her numerous relationships with various residents of Springfield, including Moe of Moe's Tavern. In the show's 23rd season, Edna Krabappel eventually marries Ned Flanders, becoming his second wife after the death of his first wife, Maud Flanders. Ned, known for his reserved personality and devout Christian values, also experiences moments of temptation with Marge. Despite his desire, he comically blames it on a wine cooler he drank the previous month, showcasing his internal struggle with the situation. But later, viewers will get to see Marge and the family joining Ned on a trip to Israel in The Greatest Story Ever Told, Season 21, Episode 16. But Marge and Flanders' closeness is almost marred in Black-Eyed Please, Season 24, Episode 15, when Marge accidentally gives Ned a black eye, leading to a conflict between the two. By now you must have been curious if the grumpy old Homer is feeling insecure about his marriage. Well, Homer's reaction to the potential romantic tension between Marge and Ned is mixed. At first, it's that of indifference. Homer often takes Marge for granted and usually brushes off the idea that she would ever be unfaithful, even when faced with evidence to the contrary. When it starts dawning on Homer that he's this close to falling out with Marge, he decides to take action. This is why Homer becomes enraged in A Streetcar Named Marge, when Marge and Ned spend a substantial amount of time together rehearsing for a play. Let's talk about how fellow Springfieldians see the budding relationship between Maud and Ned Flanders. It's shown that the residents of Springfield have varied reactions to Marge and Ned's relationship. When Marge's novel becomes popular, some suspect it's a way for her to express her real feelings for Ned. The town's reaction to any unusual tensions between Marge and Ned typically occurs when Marge feels neglected by Homer, suggesting she seeks emotional fulfillment from someone she sees as kind and compassionate. And now, guys, what if we roughen it up a bit and see what would have been if Marge were to elope with Flanders? Sounds crazy, right? The news of Marge's possible elopement with Flanders would have sent shockwaves throughout Springfield. Friends and neighbors would be divided, with some supporting Marge's pursuit of happiness, especially Marge's sisters, Patty and Selma. Otherwise, others would lament the breakup of a long-standing marriage. It's also possible that the absence of Homer's unpredictable nature would have left Marge feeling a sense of loss for the excitement that once filled her life. Similarly, Marge's kids, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie, would struggle with the change. Imagine the typical Bart acting out, seeking attention, while Lisa, ever the voice of reason, would try to find the silver lining in her mom's new love life. Maggie, now older, would probably express her feelings through art, painting a picture of a divided family. That's definitely not a good imagination, so let's leave it in the land of Teletubbies. Getting back into the series, in a twist of fate, we see that Homer passes away, leaving Marge a widow. Homer's untimely departure leaves Marge in a sea of blue hair and sorrow. It's Ned, the ever-present neighbor, who steps in, not as a replacement, but as a companion for the next chapter of her life. It's then that she finds full solace in Ned's companionship, and they marry. This episode is seen in one of the Simpsons' future series, such as Flanders' Ladder, Season 29, Episode 21. This union brings Marge a peaceful and quiet life, a stark contrast to the chaos often associated with being a Simpson. Together, Marge and Ned find a rhythm to life that's peaceful, respectful, and quietly joyful. Their days are filled with shared memories and a love that is as deep as it is platonic. They live out their years in tranquility until Marge, at the age of 84, passes away peacefully, marking the most dignified departure of any Simpson family member. So as Marge closes her eyes for the final time, it's with the grace and dignity that has eluded the Simpson family for generations. Her passing is a whisper, a gentle farewell to a life well lived. While Marge and Flanders are never physically romantic, they've both experienced temptation and have, depending on the timeline, had some hidden feelings for each other. However, after almost kissing twice, The Devil Wears Nada is the closest they've ever come to acting on their feelings for each other. Marge and Ned's relationship represents a deep and abiding connection that transcends typical neighborly bonds. It's a testament to the show's ability to portray complex human emotions and relationships, even within the animated and often satirical world of Springfield. While never crossing into a physical affair, their interactions and the reactions of those around them highlight the show's ability to explore themes of loyalty, temptation, and the search for emotional connection. The story of Marge and Ned is one of life's beautiful almosts. Almost lovers, almost unfaithful, but always true to themselves and to those they loved. Their moments together are filled with warmth, humor, and the occasional hint of what could have been. And with that, we've come to the end of this video, where we try to explore Marge's relationship with Ned Flanders. Care to let us know what your best Marge and Ned moment is? Kindly drop it in the comment section below, and show the potential lovebirds some action by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons on your screen. Until next time, neighborino.